there's some good things, but I imagine just the losses are getting frustrating at this point. Is that maybe the biggest thing that you walk away from this?
Yeah, I mean, we played harder, we played better, but, you know, like I tell the guys, playing hard's a minimum. Everybody's going to do that, and you have to earn victories. And I thought Iona in the second half did what they had to do to earn a win. You know, you make your own luck, you do those types of things, and you make winning plays, and they did more of those in the second half than we did. I thought the key to it was the start of the second half, and it's the same way we did the same thing we did at Ball State. Start of the second half, we let them punch first, and then we reacted to it. So give them a lot of credit. I think they're really good and obviously well coached and play a fun and exciting way. And we just didn't make enough plays in the second half.
Is that one of the biggest things this team has to learn? You know, in the first half, I think they took the game to Iona a little bit. Obviously, in the second half, it was the other way around. Is that part of the learning process for the
Yeah, I think we gave them a really good shot in the arm to start the second half. You know, they made a run and got to 2 or tied it right away, and when we should have came out and asserted ourselves just like we did in the first half. But this is a team that's learning those lessons. It's learning tough lessons, you know, and we do a lot of good things, but that 20-25% of the time when you're making your mistakes and you're not doing what you need to do, you're not going to beat good teams like this, and you're not going to beat the good teams that are in our league and on our schedule. So we have to continue to improve. We're going to. It does get frustrating. It's tired. There's nothing. Losing sucks. Period. And but you have to make changes, and that's what we need to do.
Is there a certain amount of amnesia management going on here? They seem to do some good things well, and then they'll forget it for a little bit. You know, I think back to the end of the first half where, you know, Trey took a quick 3 and that kind of got you off balance a little bit.
Well,
is that part of the learning process too?
It is, but the style they play, that's what they want you to do, and they lure you into that, and you get a little greedy, you get a little happy, and you worry too much about the offensive side of things. Well, what hurt us is defensively. You know, we give up 49 points in the second half, and you don't communicate, you give up stuff in transition, you foul too much. So they're good enough offensively to not give them stuff like that, to let them stand at the line or get layups in transition. But again, it's a lot of things at both ends of the floor that this team needs to improve on. David
Lowry, as far as a big man off the dribble, is that one of the better ones you've seen in a while? It was just difficult to contain him today.
You know, and that's my fault. You know, I know he didn't play a game, or I can't think of which game it was, and he was coming off the bench now. We knew he was talented, knew he was good. We scouted him well, but we didn't scheme like we needed to and for him as much as we did. We gave him way too much. We let our bigs down there one-on-one for too many dribbles, and you know, our style on defensively with those posts is with the postmen. They have to guard them for a dribble, and then we give them help. Now, it's difficult with a team like this because they shoot it so well, and I think we got a little man-conscious on the perimeter, but give him credit. He's a really good player, and he played hard at both ends.
Anything you think the team learned down the stretch today that was maybe better than it was last week at Ball State? That can be applied.
I think they're frustrated because we're not doing enough to win. We got to make free throws. We got to make layups. We got to get a key defensive stop, and on a long rebound, it's got to be the guys in blue that go get it, not one of them go get it. It's there's a loose ball on the floor, and one of their guys gets on it. We have 3 guys standing there and watch it. It's all those things combined, and you probably have 2-3 more wins right now on your schedule.
You guys held A.J. English, nation's leading scorer, at 8 points. What did you see from him, and what did you do to try to help limit his game tonight?
For one, watching him, he just looks like a pro. You know, on the film that we've seen of him, really good player, does everything, can stroke it, can get it off the bounce, gets to the free throw line, also gives it up. I think he's averaging about 4 assists, so he knows he's got good guys around him too. We have one of the better defenders, I think, around in Devontae Brown. He locked in, did pretty good on him, and you don't get much help against these guys because of how well the other guys shoot it and how good Lowry can score it around the basket. So Devontae did a good job. Now, he missed a couple open ones that he probably usually makes too, but we had a good defender on it.
You guys came out and shot 63% in the first half. To what can you attribute your early success shooting the ball?
Well, we wanted to attack the paint. You know, they're gonna live with you shooting some threes, and we didn't want to just rely on those. I think we shot 82% in the paint in the first half, keeping that stat. We shot less threes than what we normally do. So we've got to continue to do that. We got to be a little more patient on the offensive end, make them guard sideline to sideline. But we got away from that. I think to start the second half, our pace wasn't as good, and they came out and got after us a little bit defensively. But just another thing that we have to continue to work on.
Anything else for Coach?